What's good? What's good? Welcome back to Invest and Trade with Jax. Good morning. Is it still morning? Early afternoon, about 12:15 here in Accra, Ghana. Hope everybody is doing well. Just a quick drink of water here. Just finished my breakfast. Had some bacon and eggs and a slice of toast. So we're sitting at 41,000. We came down and met our target here, as well as the bottom of the ascending triangle. Good opportunity to bounce, but we'll get into it. So we're sitting at 41.3. We're down about 4% on the day. We're seeing a market cap of 780 billion, 24-hour volume 27.28 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to crypto.com, you can sign up to the world's fastest growing crypto app. Grab one of their incredible Visa cards, cashback in crypto, free Spotify, Netflix, Prime, travel incentives, $25 just for signing up through my referral. So we're going to start here on the 4-hour time frame. So we've almost come all the way down to the technical target of this bull pennant pattern here at about 40.7. I talked about us coming up to retest 43.4, and that's exactly what happened here. We bounced right off the top of this white support box. So it was quite a lot of support in that area. We came up, we got rejected by the 200 EMA, this red line here, and we sold off rather quickly. We did have this smaller bear flag pattern, but we did break out to the upside just a little bit before selling off. So I talked about us coming down to the 2 extension. We actually broke below it here with our Fibonacci. Oh, my Fibonacci is just a tiny bit off. Perfect. So we're sitting right underneath the 2. Let me just move this down at about 41.2. I said, look guys, we may see a third leg down with our bullish divergence. As you can see, when we start our divergence here, we have 1, 2, 3. And if we look at the RSI, you can see we have a low, and then we have a higher low, and we have a higher low once again. Exactly what I was saying in yesterday's video. We created a lower low, we created a lower low once again, and we created a higher low and a higher low once again, which is a bullish divergence on the RSI, as well as the money flow. Money is flowing back into Bitcoin while price is falling here. So I definitely think we could see a bounce from this level at about 41.2 and see a nice push back up to about 42.6. Now, if we do continue to sell off here, I would target the 2.272. coming in at about 40.4K, which lines up with the bottom of our support box. You can see support in this area, a lot of support right here. So that could give Bitcoin a good opportunity to bounce as well. If we pop over to our next chart here, which is on the daily, you can see we've come right down to the bottom of our ascending triangle, coming in at about 40.8K. The money flow is all the way back down to the bottom section, and that is usually when you're going to see a bounce. As you can see right here, bottom section, huge bounce back to the upside right here as well. Bottom section, big bounce to the upside. Now, it doesn't mean that the money flow can't go lower here. As you can see right here, back in November, the money flow was quite low as price was dropping. And then we saw a flash crash. Money started to flow back into Bitcoin, and we saw a little bit of a bounce. However, we do have some confluence that we could bounce from this level. We've reached the ascending support line of our ascending triangle. The money flow is all the way back down to the bottom section, and that is usually when money starts to flow back into Bitcoin. And we've also reached the bottom of our ascending channel here, as well as we have that bullish divergence on the 4-hour. So I do think that gives us a good opportunity to bounce up to about 42.6K. Now, if that support were to be lost here, what we can do is take our Fibonacci here from this previous swing low and take it up to your swing high. I'm just going to quickly take this one out so there's no distractions here. So we can see right now we're just sitting underneath the golden ratio. So it would be crucial for us to see a bounce here, because if we lose about 41.3K and we start to backtest it as resistance, just let me grab my brush here. We start to backtest it as resistance and we fall out of our ascending triangle, you're going to come all the way back down to where you started at about 37.6K, and you would be in a technical target to the downside. That would take you down to about 32.6, and that does line up with the 1.618 extension. So if you see us start to lose about 41.3K, the 0.618, the golden ratio, and we start to backtest it as resistance and begin to roll over, that could be quite negative for our friend BTC. But I do think we have a beautiful opportunity to bounce from this level. Yesterday, we were talking about the 5-day Gaussian channel, and the support for the bottom of the channel is coming in at about 38.7K. Now, we did see a massive increase in the short positions yesterday. They just absolutely took off, and they're continuing to increase here. So that can be an early indication of further downside. We're not seeing much movement in the long positions, and the shorts just absolutely exploded. So if we do continue to sell off here, your levels of support, in my opinion, let me just quickly remove this squiggly here, is the ascending trend line of our ascending triangle, which is coming in at about 40.8K. And then you have the 0.786, which is coming in at about 39.7K. And if that support is lost, do expect us to come all the way back down to about 37.6. And you would be in a technical target to the downside. That would take you all the way down to the 1.618, coming in at about 32.7K. The 1.618 is actually coming in about 32.2. And the technical target is about 32.6, 32.7. But as I mentioned, I do think we have a good opportunity to bounce. The money flow is at the bottom section on the daily. We have our bullish divergence on the RSI as well as on the money flow, and we've come all the way down to the 2 extension with our Fibonacci pulled from this swing low up to the swing high. So if we do see a nice bounce here, the level of resistance to watch here is coming in at about 42.6K. If we do see a little bit more sell-off, just target about 40.4K, and we could definitely see a nice bounce from that level. And then your next levels of resistance in between about 43.4 and 44.2K. We have quite a lot of confluence that we could bounce a bullish divergence on the 4-hour. We've reached the bottom of our ascending triangle, which is sitting right on the golden ratio from the previous swing low all the way up to the swing high. We've reached the bottom of our ascending channel here, and the money flow is at the bottom section on the daily, and that is usually when you see money start to flow back into Bitcoin. But of course, I always go over bull scenarios, so if that support is lost, just target about 39.7. And if we lose that support, 37.6, the previous swing low, would be your next strong level of support for Bitcoin. Pretty crucial that we hold the golden ratio, because as you guys know on this channel, once you start to break below the golden ratio, higher likelihood you're coming back down to where you started. If you lose that support, you target the 1.272 and the 1.618. If you want to trade with me, make sure to sign up to Bybit, $4,800 in bonuses for a limited time. Shout out to the Discord, over 1,800 members, posting chart patterns, talking all things crypto. We have the DCA trade strategy fully explained, the DCA charts for the live trades on the channel, and buy and take profit zones that are updated regularly based off support, resistance, Fibonacci. If you want to start dollar cost averaging into your positions, price of a coffee, $3.50 USD. If you want to trade with me, sign up to Bybit, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, much love. Take care.